My name is Jamie Jo Hoang, and I'm the author of My Father, the Panda Killer. Anyone who knows me knows that this book took an incredible amount of vulnerability for me to write. And so I've received a lot of messages from readers, particularly Vietnamese Americans, who have expressed that Jane's brutal and raw honesty in which she tells the story has allowed them to not only see themselves in a book, but also to sort of process some traumas that they may have been suppressing or not wanting to think about. So I want to take this opportunity to talk about a time where I sort of learned the power of vulnerability. When I lived in Los Angeles, I had this incredible opportunity to work with an organization called Inside Out Writers, which teaches creative writing to young girls in juvie. I was incredibly nervous going into this because I was a super nerd in school. My greatest fear was going to detention. I'm not even kidding. So I really felt like these girls were going to see straight through me, recognize how uncool I was, and immediately not listen to anything I had to say. But I went in and I had a 5-minute exercise, which was just a sort of an icebreaker exercise where I played a scene from Aladdin. The scene where Aladdin goes into the cave and finds the lamp and then rubs it and is granted 3 wishes. And I told the girls to write down 3 things that they wished for. And I also participated in the exercise. And, in a fit of vulnerability, I told the girls exactly how I was feeling, that I was really afraid that they wouldn't connect with me and that they would see me as someone who was coming in to try to tell them like how they should be or write about what I felt like they should be instead of allowing them to sort of be themselves. And I told them that I was really nervous that they would see how dorky I was and have no respect for me. And the girls, they, very kindly laughed. And then one of the students, a really brave girl, she got up and she started listing off 3 things she wished she had done differently. Basically 3 things that she wished she had done in order to not get her to where she was today. And one of those was a really raw apology to her mom. And this girl's vulnerability sort of allowed the other girls in the class to also be really vulnerable. And so one by one, each girl got up, which is unheard of in one of these classes because we don't force the kids to have to speak. But they each got up and they expressed, the 3 things that they really wished for. And it was a really emotional and impactful class that really taught me the power of vulnerability. And so for me, I think I've taken this lesson into my own work. And the thing that I really understand is that as a writer, being vulnerable creates a space for the reader to be vulnerable also. And that's really the power and the impact that I feel like this book has. I'm a big believer in the power of vulnerability. And so I just want to say thank you for being vulnerable with me.